What's going on, everyone?
I'm back.
And after a little bit of time off for my birthday, I'm feeling refreshed, I'm feeling raring to go. Let's do this. So welcome back, everyone, and to another trophy list. We're back at it, and today we are doing the list on Heather 342. Heather taking advantage of that Patreon privilege, bumping up the list. I'm very excited to do this. So yeah, thank you very, very much, Heather, for the continued support, as well as all other patrons. It really, really means a lot. I will leave a link in the description below if you would also like to do that. Before we move on with the stats and ultimately the list, Heather also wanted to give a shout out to our very own Sure You Can source as well. So get my phone out, because you know what my memory's like, don't you guys? So I don't want to miss any details off. So before kind of going into these videos now, I do want to ask people if they'd like to give a shout out to anyone, you know, if they want to give me any context to the list before I go into it, just so we can add a little bit more detail. And what Heather said is they would like to give a shout out to Sure You Can source. He's been given valuable advice and tips while trying to clear those Persona 4 arena games. So that is absolutely superb. And like I've always said, there's always help and support from everyone. The community is absolutely unbelievable. So yeah, and the other thing that was mentioned, Heather had set herself a personal goal to get 100% completion profile by the time I get to Plat 100. As we can see, only 9 away, so that's what they are currently working on. And then a little joke on the end, I think it might take me a while though. But no, I mean, looking at that 228 unearned, it's certainly possible, you know, so I'm really, really looking forward to seeing how you move forward with it. It's going to be great. But yeah, without further ado, we'll move on with the stats then. So we've got trophy level 391, 4,747 total trophies, 91 platinums, 400 gold, 985 silver, 3,271 bronze. In terms of the games played, then 107, and 100 of those completed to 100%. So although there is 228 unearned trophies, there are only 7 games that you need to work on. So it's definitely possible. Really, really impressive looking at these. Looking at the overview stats. I'm very excited to look at it, actually. I really am. Completion rate then 95.43%, which is absolutely banging. That really, really is great. Trophies per day 2.32, which is very, very solid as well. 2,525 views, canny amount. World rank 96,957th, and then you are 12,414th in the mighty UK. And then one other shout out just before we do move on with the list. And this also goes to our very own James, who is a patron of mine. I just want to say thank you, buddy. Because no one would know. He's just given me an amazing gesture. So as I've mentioned in the intro, and a lot of you guys know, I've just had my birthday. I'm now level 36. Hopefully I don't look it. But yeah, James was kind enough to send me a message with a code for the PlayStation Store, and he's added £15 to my PlayStation wallet in order for me to go and buy something with that and enjoy it. And do you know what? It's absolutely unbelievable. What a gesture, and I cannot thank you enough. I had a little look on the store yesterday. There's a couple of games that kind of caught my eye. I seen Wolfenstein 2 was very, very cheap, so I'm thinking maybe he's going in for that, and you know, setting myself another challenge maybe after Super Meat Boy. So yeah, found a few things. I'll certainly update you on what I pick up, but thank you very much. It really, really means a lot. So on with the list then, because we've got 107 games to get through. So starting off then with Adventures of Mana. I've not played this myself, but 3 out of 10, only one playthrough, around 21 hours. This is on the Vita, as we can see here, and 26.02%. Just, not something I've played, but it's nice to see us starting the list with something a little bit different. Of course, the next game, Alien Isolation, I certainly have a huge respect for. I know the patience that goes into this game, one I need to go back to. We've done Among Us. We've done a few Assassin's Creed games actually. Love to see this. So Brotherhood we've done. It's a 6 out of 10, is it really? I didn't realise that. Well, what is it that makes Brotherhood a 6 out of 10? I'm not, it's been a while since I've played Brotherhood, I'll be honest, but I'm not sure what it would be that would make it a 6, unless it's just doing all the full synchronizations and stuff. Some of them are a bit awkward, aren't they? You've done Freedom Cry, of course it is a non-platinum, that Black Flag DLC. Assassin's Creed 2 done, very nice. You've done Black Flag, which is amazing, and also Revelations. Was it Revelations where you had that kind of those trophies with the... I'm not remembering it well, as you can see. It's been a while since I've played them, but you were in kind of first person, weren't you? And you were traversing across these, I don't know, like Tetris blocks kind of thing. Yeah, they were a little bit annoying, really annoying, in fact. But yeah, very, very well done on that. And you've also done Unity. I'm not touching too much on, like I say, is it platinum, is it not? As we can see, Heather's absolutely smashing it so far, so not too much to sort of add to that. I'm more looking forward to seeing which games you've kind of left and seeing where we can kind of go from there. So Astrobot Rescue Mission, very, very nice. You've done Astro's Playroom. I'm hoping that everybody has done this game by now, especially if you've got a PS5 and you can play it on anything else. But yeah, if you've got a PS5 and you haven't played it, there's definitely something not right. So Bastion, which we know is a 7 out of 10, very, very nicely done, Heather. Bayonetta done, which is a 6 out of 10. That's taken you 3 weeks, 3 days, 12.37% rarity. We've got Call of Cthulhu in there, which you've done quite quickly. I've not played this, I don't know how long it is, but you've done it 2 days, 20 minutes, which seems quite impressive. Catherine, which is a 9 out of 10. Wow, and look at that rarity. Back on the PS3, 1.29%. Juicy, ultra rare. So we've got a couple of Crash games. We don't have all of them, but we've got the first game done, including Stormy Ascent, which is unbelievable. Does take a fair amount of skill, so very, very well done on that one. And then we've got Crash Team Racing, which you've done. Bravo, Heather, bravo. Unbelievable. I can't do it myself, so yeah, fair enough. Brilliant, absolutely brilliant indeed. Nice to see Cuphead on there as well, including the delicious last course. Which I still haven't finished just yet. This, honestly, great list so far. This is unbelievable. Really, really good. And we've got Dark Cloud on there. We've got Death's Door. Demon Souls done in 2 weeks, 4 days as well. Amazing. Heather, you're some gamer. You really, really are. Detroit Become Human done. Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls done, which is amazing. Divinity Original Sin. Look at that, 9 out of 10 difficulty, 100 hours, 2.21%. Wow, very, very well done. So then we kind of get on to the first unfinished game then, which is Divinity Original Sin 2. I haven't played these games, so I don't really know kind of what you need to do in terms of getting the platinum. But it is suggesting that it's a 7 out of 10 rather than a 9. Similar runtime, around 100 hours. And looking at the rarity, I think the difficulty, doesn't always say everything, but it kind of makes sense. So, I mean, this is going back to over a year ago as well, so I don't know what's happened there, if there is a plan. I mean, there must be a plan to go back to it, because you did tell me about getting the profile to 100%. But I wonder what stopped you carrying on with that one. But yeah, hopefully you're back to it soon enough. And yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to seeing the profile again once you've hit that, platinum 100, and you've boxed it off to 100%. It'll be amazing, really will be. Doki Doki Literature Club Plus, Dragon Age 2 back on the PS3, and Dragon Age Origins, very, very nicely done. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, Dragon Ball Z Kakarot done. Obviously, just going back, the big shout out, of course, for Dragon Ball Fighter Z, 8 out of 10, 100 hours, huge commitment, 2.99%. Blimey. Wow. Unbelievable, Heather. Really, really is. So Fall Guys done. Let's have a look. Yeah, so that's the original one, isn't it? And this is done back in August. So is this a legit 1. I'm trying to get the dates right from when it kind of came out, and wasn't it? It was that year. Honestly, the years are going by so quick. I'm forgetting kind of where things came out. But fair play if you haven't used that sort of exploit, which everyone was doing. I think that was then going into. I don't know. I feel like I'm getting my. Was it 20 that Fall Guys came out? So then it was. I don't know. Who knows? Getting it all muddled. Final Fantasy IX, amazing. 8 out of 10 difficulty. How do you do the jump rope trophy, Heather? Tell me, help me, please. It's doing my head in. And yeah, you know how much I love Final Fantasy. You know, it is just the greatest thing ever. Final Fantasy Type 0 HD done. Final Fantasy 8 done. Final Fantasy 10 HD done. Final Fantasy 12 The Zodiac Age done.
Dear God, it's beautiful.
I mean, it really is a thing of beauty. It really, really is, and I'm very, very jealous of some of those. Obviously, 9 being the biggest one. I am working toward. I don't have 10 yet, but I'm very close to getting that. But 9 does make me very, very jealous. Game of Thrones done. Nice. Ghost of Tsushima done to 100%, which is amazing. You've done God of War and Ragnarok, which is really, really good to see. Love that. Gravity Rush done on the Vita as well. That would be very interesting because I thought it was quite tricky just with a big screen and an actual controller, and it made me really sick. Yeah, the motion sickness is real. Great game, but yeah, close to throwing up a few times. But yeah, I can kind of imagine it being quite tricky on the Vita. You maybe have to let me know. Guacamelee done. Hades done. Amazing. 6 out of 10, 50 hours. You've done Heavy Rain. Very, very impressive. So we've got some Hitman stuff then. Big shame about these first two not having platinums, but Hitman done, Hitman 2 done, Hitman 2 additional expansions finished, and then we've got the platinum on Hitman 3, including the DLC. So nice to see you've got all 84 trophies on there as well, Heather. Hitman Absolution done, Hitman Blood Money done. Big fan of the series, clearly. I've dabbled with them before, but I don't have one on my profile. It's something. It's certainly on the list of a series I do need to get into. So we've got another unfinished game, but we won't kind of go too hard on this one because, as you can see, it's Horizon Call of the Mountain. Last trophy was popped as of recording this yesterday, so we can see that Heather is clearly playing this at the moment. Obviously, you know I'm a huge fan of Horizon. You'll have to, I know it's not Aloy, but you'll have to let me know because I'm not looking at a VR anytime soon. So yeah, if you let me know how you're getting on with it and kind of what it's like, that would be very cool. But yeah, I'm sure you'll have that platinum boxed off before long. It's currently saying it's a 3.13%. I don't imagine it's going to stay like that, is it? But yeah, we'll see. But yeah, definitely let me know how it is. Forbidden West and Zero Dawn done, both at 100%. Love to see it. Then we've got Infamous First Light, Life is Strange done, Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. And then, okay, so another unfinished one, but again, you're playing this at the moment. I did think I'd seen that. I didn't put a lot of focus in, but when the most recent trophies are kind of going across the screen, aren't they, from right across to left, I could have swore I'd seen Spider-Man icons. I thought that might have been one of them. But yeah, again, we know it's an easy game, one of the most enjoyable games and platinums. There's never really any grind, it seems, with it. It kind of comes quite naturally. Yeah, it's a little bit doing the crimes, some of the outposts, but the game is so enjoyable, you don't really mind those little bits. But yeah, probably one of the best trophy lists out there, to be fair. So yeah, it'll be good to see once that one's done. Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, which is an unbelievable game. It would be really good to see you get Revenant Kingdom on there. I thought that was excellent as well. Okami HD done, Operation Tango done, really nice. I need to go back in and do those additional DLC trophies. It's really bugging me that I've lost the 100% on it. Overcooked done to 100%, and then you've got the platinums for Overcooked 2 and All You Can Eat. Wow, amazing. Overwatch 2 done as well, 7 out of 10, 100 hours. Look at that, 5 years, 4 months. Loads of commitment there, which I love to see. And a 1.93% platinum rarity. Respect. Parappa the Rapper done. Nice. I used to love that game as a kid. It's not something I've played for probably like, I don't know, 20 years or something. But yeah, I just remember with the onion guy, kick, punch, or whatever it is. Yeah, that was a terrible impression, wasn't it? But you know what I mean. Persona 3 rather, Dancing in Moonlight done. Persona 4 Golden done. And then we've got Persona 4 Arena, which you did mention, Sure You Can Source helping out with. Look at that, 10 out of 10, 13 playthroughs, 150 hours. It's a 0.39% rarity. Oh dear, that is going to be very, very impressive once you've got the platinum for that, Heather. I can't wait to see that one posted in the group. That's unbelievable. And then we've got Persona 4 Arena Ultimax, and similar to Persona 4 Arena, these are going back a little bit, so I don't know if you've recently going to be getting back into them. Look at the rarities, absolutely crazy. Yeah, I won't be playing them anytime soon. Persona 4 Dancing All Night done, and there's Persona 5 as well. Persona 5 Strikers done. Persona 5 Dancing in Starlight. A big Persona fan as well, clearly. And I haven't played, it's another series I've not played, and you would think I would be straight on it because I love like JRPGs and stuff. Yeah, it's certainly something I need to play. A bit like some others, I want to try Yakuza as well. I've never played that. It's on a list. But as you guys know, I'm absolutely swamped at the minute with what I'm currently playing. I am playing a little bit of catch up, but once we've done that, once I've done that, we can start playing these other amazing games. So we've got Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Trilogy done. We've got the 100% for Puzzle Quest Challenge of the Warlords. You've done Ratchet and Clank. Be nice to see Rift Apart get added into that. Really, really good game. And then we can see that you've recently been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 as well. So another one of the unfinished games. Clearly something you're working on currently as well. It's certainly a game that I need to go back to as well. So, if you want me to jump in, we can maybe box off certain online trophies together if you still need stuff. So yeah, that would be cool. Resident Evil 2, Resident Evil 3, unbelievable remakes, aren't they? And I'm very much looking forward to Resi 4. Although I normally get them quite quickly, I don't know if I'm going to get it straight away just because of the sheer number of games I'm currently playing and games that I've bought recently that haven't even been started yet. So yeah, it's probably going to be a few months, but yeah, I really, really can't wait to play 4. And even more so because unlike 2 and 3, which I did play when I was growing up, I never played 4. I didn't play it, and then I was kind of put off not playing the version which had trophies attached to it because it didn't have a platinum. Yes, I know, a bit of a platinum whore, but it is what it is. So yeah, I'm kind of glad they've now remade it because it gives me that opportunity to go in and experience what a lot of people consider the best one. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to seeing why that is and experiencing it, for myself. Nice to see you've done Rise of the Tomb Raider. Yeah, not an easy one with all those kind of challenges, all the score attacks or whatever they are. It's not an easy one. I know it says 4 out of 10, but you still need a bit of practice, a bit of patience. Sayonara Wild Hearts done, nice. Severed done. Shadow of the Tomb Raider done, including all that crazy DLC. Giving it 100 trophies. Sid Meier's Civilization done. So that's 6, nice. Sonic Mania done, which is unfortunately 100% only. Spirit of the North, which is a lovely little game. Quite enjoyed it. I don't have it on my list, but I have played it on somebody else's. Really enjoyed it. It's something I should really go back to and kind of add it to my own so I can kind of show that I have experienced it. Spyro Trilogy done, which is also another kind of go-to if you're a trophy hunter. Nice and easy, straightforward, nothing too taxing. Don't have to take it too seriously, just a little bit of fun. Very, very enjoyable. Third one's a bit annoying. Some of the race, like the time requirements, Is that also the one with the 2 flying dragons? Quite annoying. And I wasn't really a huge fan of switching from Spyro to the other characters. I don't mind it occasionally, but it seems to happen quite a lot. I prefer being Spyro. Yeah, that's why I play Spyro. Stickball done. Nice. I don't know what that is really. 5 out of 10, 9 hours. I'll have to find out what that one is. Tales from Space, Mutant Blobs Attack on the Vita. No platinum, but you have the 100%. And I certainly respect Team Sonic Racing. We don't see it on many lists. I know from doing it myself how annoying the AI are. Winning races, I use Sonic, and then you win a race, and then Tails and Knuckles are 11th and 12th, and then you have to keep repeating and repeating. And there's nothing worse than there's a lot of RNG involved, isn't there? And it's quite annoying. It's quite annoying. Some of the challenges were quite tricky, where it was. I don't remember the names of them exactly, but where you'd kind of have to drift through the rings to keep your time built up and things. Some of them were quite difficult, but yeah, I don't get the 4 out of 10 rating at all, as I've always said. So we've got some Dark Pictures stuff. You've done Little Hope, and you've also done Man of Medan. Be nice to see the others go in there. House of Ashes, The Devil in Me. Maybe you've got plans to play them once you've caught up this 100%. I do quite enjoy the whole interactive drama, horror genre. They are really, really good to play. Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim done. Wow. Very, very well done, because that is a big time commitment, isn't it? I know it says 125 hours, but you could do it quicker, but it could be a lot longer as well. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I don't know what that is, but well done. The Last of Us Remastered. Very, very impressive. And you've done the 100%, which is including Grounded mode, which I talk about a lot, but if you haven't played this game on Grounded, I suggest you do. I recommend you do. I do believe that that's the game's best played in that mode. It really changes the experience entirely. It really tests your skill. But yeah, if you haven't, go in and play it on Grounded, and respect to Heather for doing it on that mode. And also Factions as well. Well done on the patience for going through that, 'cause it takes forever. I know there's a few exploits with it, skipping days when it's not 100% of your camp being lost, and you can kind of exit out of matches if you don't hit your requirement. But there's a lot of patience involved with it. It done my head in by the end of it. The Legend of Dragoon, then, the last of the 7 unfinished games, but again, it does say the 27th of February, which is 2 days ago from recording this, so again, something you're playing at the moment. So yeah, I imagine you're going to be kind of on your way to that. It is an ultra rare, 2.19%. I don't know how that rating's going to look, if that's if it's just like that, because I'm waffling, aren't I? I'm mumbling because I don't know what the game is. It new, and is that why it's this low? And is it going to go up? Is it an easy game? Who knows? Maybe you could tell me. Let's move on. The Sims 4 only took you 3 hours 7 minutes, so I imagine you've used a bit of a walkthrough for that, which is actually, I've said it loads now, but it's something that I'm going to do myself. I have tried playing it, and as I've always said, these games are just best played on a PC with a mouse. I really couldn't get away with it with the controller. I may try again and see, but I've got a funny feeling I'm going to follow suit and just follow a walkthrough for it, because I paid however much, £30 £40 when it pretty much first came out, and it's just been sat there. Witcher 3 Wild Hunt done, including the 100%. Wow, very, very impressive, Heather. 7 out of 10, 110 hours. Unbelievable, and one of the greatest games ever made. Tomb Raider Definitive Edition done, so yeah, you've got all 3 of them, which is great, and it still annoys me that they're not together. Why is it? I always repeat myself, I know that, but why doesn't it say Tomb Raider Shadow of the Tomb Raider, Tomb Raider Rise of the Tomb Raider? I don't know, it makes sense to me, but yeah, it's quite annoying when we have these in alphabetical order and they're separated instead of being able to talk about them all together. 2 Point Hospital done, amazing. We've only got one Uncharted game, which is a shame. You've done it, which is amazing. I'd like to, and maybe you didn't like it that much, I don't know, but if it was something you enjoyed, definitely get the rest of them done. The next game as well is in the conversation for being, I mean, 4's my favourite, but 2's certainly in the conversation for the best one, and it's really going to lift your experience with Uncharted and make you want to play all of them. Honestly, it's such a good game. Until Dawn done, very nice. You've done Untitled Goose Game, got the 100% for Valiant Hearts, The Great War, and World of Final Fantasy. Wow. Still need to go back and do that. I got a little bit annoyed getting all of the species and things like that, and there was a couple of little bits I missed, but I do really need to go back. I was actually going to kind of show this when we were talking about Final Fantasy, but then I thought I'll bring it in at the end. But it's actually even more fitting now that we've got a Final Fantasy game to finish off with. So those of you in the Discord will have seen it. I've posted it in Instagram and stuff, so a lot of you will already have seen it. For those of you who haven't, look at this bad boy. It's absolutely superb and far bigger than what I thought it was going to be. I don't know if you can really tell on the camera, so to kind of give it some context, we'll use a Final Fantasy game as well. How fitting. So there's a box. There's the PS5 box in comparison. So I'd seen it online a while ago, and I'd mentioned it to Becky quite a lot. But there was not in a million years that I think she'd buy it. It's like 160 quid or something crazy off Square Enix. And after we'd had an amazing holiday week, she took me away. We've done all sorts of stuff. She'd spent a fortune. I didn't actually think I was getting anything else. And then I came home and she had this waiting for me. And after looking online, I just thought it was a digital clock as well. But not only is it a digital clock, but it can actually play songs as well from the game. So you can set the alarm clock, and currently I've got like One Winged Angel kicking off as the alarm goes off, which is amazing. But it's so cool and one of the best things I've ever seen. But yeah, I just wanted to show that off because we had a chance to talk about Final Fantasy. But yeah, such a cool little item. Right, so back to the top. Back to the top we go. So we're going to have a look at some rarest trophies first. Let's move me out the way. Rarest trophy is from Overwatch 2, 0.82%, which is going to be beaten, isn't it, when you get towards some of these other things that you're working on, the Persona 4 Arenas one. Yeah, it's going to get smashed, isn't it? Unfortunately, no trophy cabinet. I would maybe recommend doing that. I don't know if there's a reason why I haven't popped it on there, just showcasing some of these amazing accomplishments that you've got. So trophy milestones then, let's have a little look. It is a profile that's just over 6 years old. First trophy from Hitman, interesting. Your first platinum was Final Fantasy X. What a first platinum, by the way. That is outstanding. Outstanding indeed. 10th platinum, Spyro the Dragon. Fastest platinum is, of course, The Sims, which is very impressive to say that your fastest one is over 3 hours. And it's something you've potentially used a guide for, so you're clearly not playing any of these short games at all. I mean, it is an absolutely banging profile. I've said it a few times, I know, but it really, really is. I'm very, very impressed with it. 20th platinum, Final Fantasy IX. Loving these milestones. 30th is God of War. Horizon Zero Dawn is your 40th. The Witcher 3 is your 50th. Resi 2. Some of my favourite games of all time is your milestones. I'm going to guess that you maybe plan it out a little with you saying that you've got plans for like 100 and things as well. But yeah, some great milestones in there. Your latest platinum was from Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. 71 ultra rares, which is very, very nice. Again, if you're not concentrating on these and it just happens organically, it's a great number, I would say, for the number of games that you've played. I think it's very, very good. So we'll have a look at the average then. So 38.52%, unbelievable, and Excellence will respect that kind of sub 40% mark. Very, very impressive. And then just having a look at your activity. I know we're going to kind of steer away from the time of the day now, aren't we? But you can see how kind of going back here to where we started in July 17, maybe you just weren't really looking at the trophies then at all by the looks of it. It's quite low, isn't it? And then all of a sudden we get these huge spikes where I don't know if you've caught the trophy bug or what's happened, but that's brilliant to see that. That is really, really good. Very, very nice indeed. But yeah, what a list. I mean, in terms of tips, advice, I don't have any. Like, it's so difficult when you get a profile this good. There's certainly little recommendations of games you could play. I know I mentioned, like, go and play Ni no Kuni 2, you know, go and play Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, add the other Uncharted games to this list, you know, things like that. But in terms of what to do, you could tell me more, in all fairness, Heather. But yeah, unbelievable list. Thoroughly enjoyed going through it. So thank you very much for allowing me to do it as well. You know, it really means a lot. If of course you've enjoyed the video, please leave it a like, drop me a comment, subscribe if you haven't already. It really means a lot. I will leave links in the description for Heather's PSN profiles if you want to check it out, as well as my own. Also a link to the Discord if you would like to come and leave me a request for your list to be reviewed. Also, if you just want to join the greatest community on planet Earth, because it really is. My socials will be in there as well if you want to see what other stuff I get up to in everyday life. But other than that, whatever you're doing, look after yourself, stay safe, and I will see you in the next one.